Imagine waking up to discover that nearly $500 million worth of a single cryptocurrency has just been moved, secretly. No headlines, no explanations, just a wave of speculation rippling through the financial world. That's exactly what happened when Ripple transferred almost $500 million in XRP tokens to an unknown wallet, raising a storm of questions about what's truly happening behind the scenes and what it might mean for the future of global finance. To understand the gravity of this move, let's take a step back. Ripple, created in 2012, isn't just another name in the crypto space. Its ambition? To completely upend the world of cross-border payments. With the XRP ledger as its backbone, Ripple promised faster, cheaper, and more scalable transactions than anything traditional banks could offer. Imagine moving money across borders in seconds instead of days, almost free of charge. That's the kind of revolution Ripple has been chasing. Over the years, the company has forged ties with more than 100 financial institutions, including giants like Santander and Bank of America, hoping to embed XRP into the global payment fabric. But with great promise comes even greater scrutiny. Back in December 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission launched a lawsuit against Ripple, arguing that XRP sales were unregistered securities offerings. This legal tug-of-war has cast a long shadow, leaving investors constantly on edge. Ripple's approach to managing XRP supply has always been in the spotlight. Early on, it was allocated 80 billion tokens, an immense trove that gave the company unique control over distribution. To prevent market chaos, Ripple locked up billions in escrow, releasing set amounts on a schedule. This mechanism was meant to instill confidence, but every major unlock has traders and analysts bracing for impact, wary that too many tokens flooding the market could send prices tumbling. Then came the recent bombshell. On June 4th, 1 billion XRP tokens were released from escrow, and shortly after, Ripple quietly moved almost $500 million in tokens to an anonymous wallet. Whale Alert, a go-to crypto tracking service, flagged these transfers, and suddenly, the community was split. Some see it as Ripple preparing for a massive institutional deal or shoring up liquidity for new ventures. Others fear it signals a looming sell-off, a bearish sign that could destabilize the entire market. Yet, in the face of all this, XRP has shown surprising resilience. Even after these massive movements, the token's price held steady around $2.18, defying both technical patterns and bearish sentiment. As You Today put it, these whale moves highlight the fundamental strength of XRP's cross-border payment capabilities. But not everyone is convinced. Coinpedia speculates that the transfer could be a precursor to something much bigger. A strategic play in anticipation of regulatory breakthroughs, or a seismic shift in Ripple's business model. This isn't just about numbers moving on a blockchain. The anonymity of the receiving wallets raises a troubling question. Who is on the other end of these transfers, and what might they do with such massive sums? Are we witnessing the early stages of a global financial pivot, or is this a warning sign of potential turbulence ahead? As analysts and investors watch closely, one question looms larger than ever. What is Ripple's true endgame? And could these secretive moves reshape the future of digital money as we know it? So what could all this mean for Ripple, and for the very architecture of global finance? That enormous $500 million transfer, combined with the billion token unlock, doesn't just stir the pot for speculators. It signals that Ripple may be quietly maneuvering for transformative moves in the months ahead. Imagine for a moment a scenario where Ripple's XRP isn't just another cryptocurrency, but an essential backbone for international payments. As analyst Linda Park from Coinpedia points out, such large transfers often hint at behind-the-scenes preparations for institutional integration or onboarding. If Ripple is indeed priming its liquidity for major financial partnerships, we could soon see XRP woven directly into the fabric of cross-border banking. This could shake up entrenched systems like SWIFT and, perhaps for the first time, give developing economies easier access to global capital flows. But not all outcomes are rosy. Some experts, like FX Street's senior analyst Peter Wang, warn that these whale-sized moves could signal incoming market turbulence. If Ripple or its partners decide to offload large portions of these unlocked tokens, selling pressure could drive prices down, eroding confidence among retail and institutional holders alike. Add to this the looming uncertainty of the SEC lawsuit. Its next pivotal date is June 16, 2025, and the stakes grow even higher. A favorable ruling could grant Ripple regulatory clarity, opening the doors for mainstream adoption. An adverse decision, however, might limit Ripple's ambitions to niche use cases or force a pivot towards central bank digital currency infrastructure. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Recent reports suggest that BRICS nations are considering Ripple's technology for gold-backed payment systems. If this materializes, it could mark a seismic shift away from the dominance of the US dollar and the SWIFT network, fundamentally altering the global balance of economic power. And with the UAE and other jurisdictions granting regulatory approval, XRP's use case could expand across emerging markets faster than many expect. So what practical lessons can viewers draw from all this? For one, it's a powerful reminder that in crypto, and in finance at large, understanding the motives behind big moves is just as important as tracking the numbers themselves. Don't just watch the price chart, watch the blockchain. Tools like Whale Alert and on-chain analytics give everyday investors a window into whale activity that used to be invisible, leveling the playing field. If you're an XRP holder or considering an investment, pay close attention to the flow of tokens from escrow, the timing of major transfers, and the evolving legal landscape. Take note of Ripple's strategic partnerships, especially those with central banks and major payment networks. Diversification remains key. Even Ripple insiders are reportedly broadening their portfolios with other cryptocurrencies, a sign that even the giants are hedging their bets in this volatile arena. And here's a secret that many overlook. Ripple's recent investments in integrating the Interledger protocol with global banks quietly position it as a potential infrastructure provider for the next era of digital finance, even if XRP itself doesn't always steal the headlines. This behind-the-scenes innovation could be Ripple's ultimate play, setting the stage for future dominance regardless of near-term price swings. So, does Ripple's latest transfer redefine the global financial system? The answer is, it just might. Whether steering toward institutional adoption, supporting CBDCs, or enabling gold-backed payments for a new economic order, Ripple is playing a high-stakes, long-term game. The next few months, especially around June 16th, could prove pivotal. Stay tuned, keep your eyes on those whale alerts, and remember, in this new world of finance, knowledge and timing are everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next update on the future of money. What do you think Ripple's real endgame is? Let us